Okay, so an anon asked me earlier to make a video of myself speaking Hawaiian, but I'm not fluent in the language, so I'm not going to do that. But I decided to put together a little list of Hawaiian words. Jim, what are you doing? And just go over those. So first I'll start with the islands. Um, I'll use my pillow. There are 8 Hawaiian islands. Actually, there's like thousands of them, but there are 8 main ones. So we have the Big Island, Mokunui, Maui, Kaho'olawe, Lanai, Molokai, Oahu, Kauai, and Niihau. And those are what's referred to as the Aina. And Aina has come to mean land. And a lot of times in Hawaii, you'll hear people talk about respecting the Aina. And the original root of the word, the literal translation, is the land that feeds. So when they say to respect the Aina, they mean to respect nature and to respect the land that provides for you. And that comes from ancient Hawaii when they literally only had the land around them to rely on. And what's next? Obviously, the most common are aloha and mahalo. Aloha means hello, goodbye, and love, and mahalo means thank you. And those you hear the most often. Jim, Gooby, stop. And that's pretty much just because the tourists love it, so they use it a lot. Um, it's part of the Hawaii experience to use those words. So you'll see it a lot in like souvenir shops, and like when you go to restaurants, they'll say mahalo. Like on the trash cans at the restaurants, they say mahalo. Um, Another Hawaiian word that you sometimes hear is haole, and that means without breath, and it refers to white people. And it's become sort of a derogatory term for white people. Um, you'll hear people muddle under their breath like stupid haole or something stupid like that. But yeah, it's best not to use that unless you're with somebody who you're comfortable with and understands, like the type of person you are, I guess. But one of the cool things about Hawaii is that they don't use north, east, south, and west to talk about directions. They use Mauka towards the mountains, Makai towards the ocean, Diamond Head towards Diamond Head, obviously, and Eva is towards Eva Beach, which is on the opposite side of Oahu from Diamond Head. So instead of saying, like you would on the mainland, you would tell somebody to go 2 blocks north and then turn east. Since Hawaii isn't positioned correctly and the roads aren't north, east, south, and west like they are on the mainland, um, they use those 4 terms. So if you ask for directions to, I don't know, like ABC store or something, they'll say go 2 blocks Mauka and turn Diamond Head. So that would mean you go 2 blocks towards the mountains and then you turn towards Diamond Head. Obviously, it'd be the opposite if they told you to go Eva or they told you to go Makai. But it's kind of confusing for people who don't know the system, but it makes a lot more sense than going northeast, south, and west. Um, Another word that you hear sometimes, not very often as a tourist, unless you go to a restaurant that locals frequent or something like that, is pau, which means done or finished. So, like a waitress might come up to you and say, "You pau," which would mean, "Are you done eating? Are you finished with your food? Can I take this?" Um, that's more like a local thing. You only really hear it if you grow up there or something, I guess. Um, Another one, what's on my list? Ho'aloha means friend. Um, that one's just kind of fun. I don't know. I threw it in there because it sounds cool. And I love you is aloha au ia oe. Um, Obviously, it has aloha in there, love. Um, but my favorite Hawaiian phrase is holomua me ka oia i'o, which means forward with truth. That was actually the slogan that Hawaii Pacific University, where I went to school, the slogan that they use. And I just like the way it sounds. I like the meaning of it. I just think it's a beautiful phrase. And that's all I really have. Um, to say goodbye, obviously, aloha. Or you could say ahui ho, which means until we meet again. So, ahui ho.